then because remember, when I first started working here, we had caffeinated, Nor, and Lucid were the 3 lines. I know for sure caffeinated came after Nor and Lucid, and then.
And the last one was Burley.
And then Burley, and then no. So it was Nor, Lucid, caffeinated, and then we got rid of Lucid. No, we started Burcook, got rid of Lucid, and then Burley. So when Eric first started working on tobacco, I'm pretty sure what he started on was what J-Line was, because he wasn't making it his own yet. He was making it for somebody else. And then after that, when the company officially started, it was Nor, because what Eric wanted was something a little bit stronger.
Got it.
He wanted something that's not, you know how Eric is. He just wants to be different from everybody else. So he made it something a little bit stronger. He wanted a Gulf leaf tobacco. So it's a little bit more stronger cut. But then he already had J-Line ready. So when the company started, it was Nor and J-Line. And then
when J-Line become called Lucid.
Yeah, so J-Line became Lucid. Sorry, it's like we have C, J, F, and V. So C is Nor, J is Lucid, M is Burcook, V is Burley, and then the F is caffeinated. So I switch back and forth because, you know, sometimes in production we only call it by the lines, and then when up front we call it by, you know, Nor and Lucid and Burcook and stuff like that.
Yeah, like we did with numbers 2. We don't ask for the flavors. We ask just for the 96 or whatever, number 1 or some kind like that. Yeah,
so, and that's why, like, outside of here it gets very confusing, but for us it makes perfect sense. And when I talk to people here, everybody understands me. And when I talk to people outside, they're like, wait, what is that? But yeah, so after that, we had F-line, because Eric wanted to try out something with caffeine in it just to see. And I think back then, actually, F-line was made with Nor instead of Burley. So originally, it was Nor with caffeine in it. And then Burcook came around because Eric wanted to try something with a different sweetener just to see. Just, you know, we were using one type of sweetener. We just want to see what another type of sweetener would, you know, how well it would do. And of course, there's testing with that. We tested out, you know, the sweetener and then different lines, different cuts of tobacco, see if there's anything else that would make it better. But then we found out that sweetener that we use was better for if we use a lower nicotine tobacco or a lower nicotine cut. And then if it was going to be our low nicotine line, and then J line or the Lucid line. The difficult thing about that was that it was more processing. So with J-Line, we had to wash it and then squeeze out all the water. And then
you told me it was so tough to do, right? Yeah.
And then it takes longer to cook, and it was a lot more difficult. Since that was our low nicotine line, and then Burcook was going to be also low nicotine, we were thinking about, like, what's the point of having 2 low nicotine line and one of it very, very difficult to process and nobody buys it. So we got rid of the J-Line. Okay. There was no point. And then Burcook replaced J-Line. And then eventually, after Eric started talking to, you know, different reps, different people that, especially our reps, our tobacco reps, they're wonderful people. They're always a fun time when they come here. After talking to them, they, you know, educate us more about the tobacco leaves, why certain crops, certain years are different. We discovered how to make a even stronger line, and that's where Burley came from.
Got it. Interesting.
So the difference between the lines.